Events unfolding in Zimbabwe have for the first time stirred a strong response from a number of African countries. The latest reports that 4 opposition supporters have been killed and that national broadcaster ZBC had dropped all campaign adverts and coverage of the movement for multi-party democracy have helped shift the international community's spotlight back to Zimbabwe. Rwandan President Paul Kagame heaped scorn on Mugabe and the ZANU-PF for vowing not to surrender power if beaten.
Actually, for me, it raises many other questions. Somebody stands there, says, by the way, we are not ready to surrender or to allow these people who are contesting with us to take power. Meaning, and they say it boldly and broadly and very openly, and say even if they won, we won't hand it to them. But for me, the question it raises is, why do you even call for elections?
Kenya, which went through a tough post-election period, is watching events in Zimbabwe closely. Prime Minister Raila Odinga has over the last few months been vocal in his appeal to African nations to speak out and intervene in the Zimbabwean election problem. Odinga met U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, where Zimbabwe was part of the agenda.
The people of Zimbabwe deserve a free and fair election, that you cannot intimidate opponents, you cannot put opponents in jail, you cannot threaten them with charges of treason, and be respected in the international community.
As I've said myself, is that Zimbabwe remains an eyesore on the African continent. It is a big embarrassment that a leader can say on the eve of an election that he's not willing to hand over power to an opponent, that he can only hand over power to a member of his own political party.
Now the Kenyan government has issued a statement on the political developments in Zimbabwe. Foreign Affairs Minister Moses Wetangula says that the government's position is similar to that which the African Union arrived at in Lusaka in Zambia in April. The AU mandated the Southern African Development Community SADC to lead the body's matters in Zimbabwe. SADC is sending monitors to the 27th June rerun.
That second run must have not a semblance of democracy, but all the parameters of democracy. It must be free, it must be fair.
The Kenyan government is monitoring developments in Zimbabwe and wants a level playing field in the forthcoming rerun.
We particularly expressed our dissatisfaction and said that the harassment of the opposition and their candidates and the continued arrest and embarrassing put in the way of the opposition does not augur well for the development of democracy in Africa.
A group of Southern African ministers today warned that Zimbabwe's run of presidential election next week is very unlikely to be free and fair. South African President Thabo Mbeki has urged Mugabe to cancel the runoff and negotiate a deal with the opposition. South Africa's Business Daily newspaper reported today. Mbeki met Mugabe and Tsvangirai separately in Zimbabwe yesterday to try to mediate an end to an increasingly violent crisis. The MDC has launched an urgent court application to appeal against a state ban on media coverage of its campaign. Abdi Osman, NTV.
What you're about to experience will blow your mind. Think for just a second about how many overnight packages are delivered every day all around the world. How many of those packages come to your door? Now, of those packages, how many contain cash? Get ready to fall in love with your delivery guy. In a few days, you can replace this with this. There's a reason this is called the overnight cash system. Find out for yourself.
Is this for real?
Absolutely. Real people from all over the world are tasting real success with the overnight cash system. It's a time-tested activity based on bringing out the best in all of us. People from all walks of life are living better lives than they ever dreamed possible using this system, and it's your turn now.
Can I do this?
Let's find out. Can you place an ad that's already written for you in a place that's already picked out? Once you've done that, can you answer the door? If you can do that, you can do this. Every part of the process is made plain and easy to follow, so your path to success has already been laid.
So what's next?
Truthfully, not much. Beyond this movie is all the information you'll need to get out of your dreams and into a new and exciting reality. You owe it to yourself and to your family to find out if this is everything I'm saying it is. So come on in. And by the way, could you get that for me?